All right, and welcome back to another episode of NBA Shorts. We have John again, one last time on the line. Make sure to hit the pause button real quick and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will give you more videos based on your support for the series. This time, we have Brandon Ingram to talk about. He's on the Pelicans this year, and he is thriving in New Orleans. John, can Brandon Ingram become that superstar level player that we may not necessarily seen coming into this season?
Yeah, no, you hit it right there. 7 games into the year, he's being used at his highest percentage ever. But with that, he's also putting up the most points per game while shooting career best from the field and three. I'm sold on him. I mean, not even just because of his scoring. I mean, his rebounds are still up there. He's facilitating well with the team. And this Pelicans team looks good. I mean, you could basically say it was last year's Lakers squad plus Drew Holiday. I mean, they're showing good signs even without Zion right now. I think Brandon Ingram himself, though, is leading the way. I do think he's going to make himself into that superstar level player that everyone saw of him coming out.
Yeah, I've been very high on Ingram. I actually thought he was going to be better than Ben Simmons, as crazy as that sounds, just because at Duke, this guy was a walking bucket. It just seems like, some guys just put the ball in the hoop better than others. He was a baby Durant to me, and he's not quite as long. He's only 6'7", but this guy can really score the basketball. And for whatever reason, maybe it's because he's the number one option now, but he's really become that guy in New Orleans to where I don't see any way how he doesn't get a max from New Orleans in restricted free agency, because somebody will give that to him in a heartbeat the way he's playing.
At the look of it right now, yeah, he'll get that. He'll get that max offer either from New Orleans or from someone in the offseason. I always thought that he was going to be a walking bucket coming out and coming in. Never showed. I think it was just due to the lack of the Lakers management, Lakers coaching, and then that pressure of playing with LeBron and having expectations that come with playing with LeBron. But now he's in an environment where, I don't think many people thought they would be a playoff contender. I thought most people saw them around the 9th, 10th, 11th seed their first year. But they're looking like a solid team. I mean, from 1 to 5 starting and with that bench, they are a good team.
I think you brought up a couple great points because the Lakers as a whole, we've kind of seen how, maybe this franchise isn't so great at developing players. D'Angelo Russell, they kind of saw him as a bust in LA. Julius Randle, not really anything, but these guys have moved on and become pretty productive players. Russell becomes an all-star with the Nets. Julius Randle, he plays really well with New Orleans, lands a big deal with the Knicks. Now Ingram's flying off the charts. Is there something to be said of maybe the Lakers are not developing these young players? Maybe it's an internal problem with the Lakers.
I mean, I myself have never been sold on Rob Pelinka as the GM. I've never thought that Magic Johnson was a great player development. The amount of coaching changes that have gone on there over the years. I mean, I think it's time for the Buss family to personally sell the Lakers, but
whoa.
I mean, there you go.
Now, Ingram was part of that Anthony Davis trade. I really criticized the Pelicans for making this trade, and it's not because I didn't like Ingram. I've always liked Ingram. It was the fact that how do you not walk out of that trade with Kyle Kuzma? It just felt like the way Ingram and his blood clots, you never knew what you were going to get. It felt like Kyle Kuzma was the much more predictable player. But the way Ingram's playing, it's hard to really criticize the Pelicans for making the trade.
Oh, the Pelicans look like absolute geniuses at this point. I mean, they brought in Lonzo Ball to pair with Drew Holiday. They brought in Ingram, who, again, like we said, I don't think many people had high expectations for him. And Josh Hart as well. I mean, Brandon Ingram's averaging 25 a game right now. Just came off that 40-point game against Cleveland. No, not Cleveland. Sorry, I could be mistaken there.
The Nets.
Just a few nights ago. The Nets, yeah, sorry. And that loss to the Nets. I mean, he looks like a team leader with the scoring. I think he'll grow into that role over the next few years, whether that's with New Orleans, wherever he goes. But I think he's got that superstar ability now.
Brandon Ingram looks like he's on the verge of stardom. That will do it for this episode of NBA Shorts. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.